Korzystam. Hello! Hello! Welcome back! Welcome back! We just saw a tiebreaker, which was an amazing match. One team unfortunately had to go. But we have to move on!
And next match will be Tidur against the Mangoes. The Mangoes having very good players as well as Tidur. Tidur really showed their teeth this time.
That is true. I don't know if anyone knows that, but Tidur, J-Lai and Beanlai. Beanlai is J-Lai's brother. That's a fun fact. The power of brotherhood lead them to victory. Let's see if that happens. Tidur banning the speed pick, Race 1 is gone. And the Mangoes banning LM1, which is the coordination pick. Let's see how they do. You're immediately going to Rise 2. Instantly picking. I don't think we saw a warm up. It is the very long, 3-minute long, 253 BPM stamina pick.
And this is an interesting turn from the last match, which we have seen the RC2 pick being picked a little bit late. While here, yeah, we do have it very early. And Nira, if you're listening still, don't be scared. Come on. I mean, I believe you will do great, buddy. As well as the other team. Let me just see who's better here.
Let's take a look. J-Lai coming in for Team Red and Nira coming in for Team Blue. Nira typing for emojis. I wonder what they were. We're starting the very long stamina pick. It's very stamina draining. It is very difficult. Let's see how both players do. It is the Mangoes pick as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, this is the Mangoes pick, and Nira just a little bit early, seeming to struggle a little bit more with the ratio compared to Team Red.
Both players starting to go very strong and very equal. J-Lai with a tiny bit of a lead. 9.92 actually, that's very massive. 5,000, sorry, 500 point lead right now. Nira just a tiny bit behind, but still within striking distance.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of pick can break your accuracy very quick, especially that this kind of fast jump shooting can promote some column locks or even just a couple 200s here and there. So they're going pretty even here. And this is just the first quarter of the map. This map is on the longer side of this overall on this overall map.
That is true. J-Lai dropping a bit of accuracy. The lead is even smaller now. Nira just continuously holding 9.8. Already like 1/3 through the map. Yeah, the lead is still shrinking. Only 400 points now. Already halfway through the map.
It is slowly coming towards Nira just a little bit. Although yeah, it is actually middle of the map here, and J-Lai seems to be holding this accuracy just a little bit better, but they are pretty much, I would say, tied, but just that little bit of lead coming towards J-Lai really puts a dent into Nira's pick here.
That is true. Nira just dropping ever so slightly. The lead extends to 1,000 points in favor of JLA currently. 2/3 of the map. And both players looking very strong. I don't think I've seen a single 200 yet. I think it's just ratio battle so far.
It might be. I mean, the ratio does look like this. Not 99.84, 99.79, and this is just probably just a battle of who has the better ratio on the past jump stream here.
That's true. You got a guitar solo. Nira slowly gaining. JLA still holding 99.4. Both players are at 3,000 combo. Just absolutely insane combos so far. One miss will decide the winner. 1,000 point lead for JLI. Holding
Yeah,
on
but I
very
don't think
strong.
there's any time for misses anymore. I mean, this is coming towards the end of the map, and one last burst can really mess up someone here, but I think both players are good enough on consistency that they can both keep combo to the end, and I think this point will go to JLI.
And it does. JLI getting the first breakpoint. Tidur with the first point of the match. That's a double S. That is a double S. Nira just 1-200. Just spectacular plays. That was very close. That was a very intense pick. JLI getting the double S, absolutely spectacular.
JLI
Getting the
getting
breakpoint.
yeah, bigger ratio, 60 points, and yeah, this is gonna be, I mean 60 perfects, and this is gonna be the break point here. So it's coming towards an interesting start, which they don't really have the advantage here now that the Mangoes have picked RC2 and lost on this.
Let's see what Tidur picks. I'm just fully expecting them to go into long notes and hybrids. JLI is known as the long note and hybrid go to all time. Go to all time makes no sense, but that's true. Mangoes still within striking distance, of course. Anything can happen.
Yeah,
What I
Nira
was
being a
expecting.
pretty good all-rounder, and also his other, and with this overall, I think we can consider this a pretty close match if it does go down to it. I mean, even if we're not considering their teammates, Nira and Jayla, it can be a pretty close match on some of the picks. I've already seen Jayla play, and this guy is just incredible. Although I've been following and being a, I guess, friend of Nira for quite a bit of time, and the improvement of this guy is absolutely insane, to the point that I think he can really rival Jayla here.
That is true, it is a hybrid pick after all. Whoa. I can't get over it how close the last pick was. I really want to see another tiebreaker. I always want to see a tiebreaker, but let's see what happens. JLI opting for the hybrid.
He's starting strong with this short pick here, and Jayla just has that little bit of accuracy lead at first. Which, yeah,
true,
I mean,
I think Nira found a couple of 200s and a miss, unfortunately. The miss was at 400 combo, that's going to hurt quite a lot. Jayla is still holding the full combo with spectacular accuracy, 99% 6. Quarter of the map through. Again, this map is very, very short. 10,000 point lead for JLI. Nira just hitting the pro. No, JLI playing the miss.
Jayla breaks! But the huge accuracy lead is just not gonna stop Jayla here, I don't believe. He's gonna hit the combo cap soon, and with that, he will continue to lose. I mean, he will continue to gain his points based on just the pure accuracy he has. But I mean, if Jayla breaks again, there's a huge chance that Nira might recover. He is holding pretty good accuracy as well. He is holding the combo right now, so you never know.
That is true, despite the miss, his accuracy is still absolutely insane. 99.7. His accuracy alone just gives him the lead he needs to win. A 6,000 point lead. Both players holding combo for the second half of the map so far.
Yeah, I mean, Nira is truly in the zone here. Actually building accuracy with each stage of this map. And coming towards last quarter of the map. Oh, Nira breaks!
Nira unfortunately breaks. 15,000 point lead as of now. I don't think much can happen at this point of the map.
Yeah, and I think this is gonna come to J-Light here. I mean, nothing you can do for Nira here. Yeah, this point will go to J-Light. Amazing score. With that one break, still securing a 984. Absolutely crazy stuff here.
Absolutely insane. What is this 200 count from J-Light? Only four.
This really shows how good he can release on the release sections of this map. I mean, this is absolute cinema. And Nira also holding pretty good ratio, but just with the 6 breaks compared to 1, and 5 breaks compared to 1, and that 16 great count, it really made him lose here.
J-Light's accuracy is just absolutely spectacular on this map. Man, that was also very stressful, not in a different kinds. Just the accuracy alone made it very interesting to watch. Let's see what the Mangoes choose this time around. And we're getting Dance Save Somebody by Tonals.
So we are gonna be seeing the Jack pick here. Once again, the Jack pick seems to be doing good for the popularity contest. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, very cool and popular pick. 134 BPM is not that fast. At the same time, this pick is very controlly and I think very chokeable by the nature of it. We'll see how both players do on this.
That is true. Korjaks are just known to be a very risky pick, considering it's very easy to hold insane ratio, but it's also very easy to miss. Both players starting off pretty much the same, 9.87 for both of them. Nira with a tiny bit of a lead right now.
I mean, Nira seems to be holding a little bit more comfy on these Korjaks. And J-Light breaks!
That's not a very good start for J-Light. Lead is already 7,000 and it's only going to go up because of the combo difference.
Yeah, what I said. As I said, this is a very controlly pick, and I just think that J-Light really isn't a Korjak, like a big Korjak player, so this might set him here for a little bit less of a control, and he breaks again, while Nira is holding basically perfect accuracy, actually gaining from the last time we have really looked at his score. And yeah, coming towards the middle of the map, he's holding an absolute 20,000 point lead, which is crazy.
Yes, 21,000 point lead is very hard to overcome for J-Light, but once again, anything can happen in the future. Nira is still gaining 9.94. J-Light is slowly rebuilding his accuracy, just now hitting the 400 combo mark and getting full points from every single hit. Nira just looking very consistent on this map. J-Light has to hope that Nira misses, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Absolutely crazy stuff here. Nira is just holding amazing consistency, while J-Light is struggling a little bit more with these controlling Korjaks. But yeah, 23,000 point difference going towards the end of the map. I mean, yeah, I don't think there's anything you can do, and the point will go to Nira.
That's right, Nira wins the points, 997. Very good score. Sub 100. Yup, sub 100, 300 count. Amazing performance. J-Light just dropping a couple of times, getting some bad judgments, but even if his ratio was just not as good as Nira's, J-Light instantly picking LN2 and leaving the lobby. A very interesting case, but
yeah, the next pick is gonna be LN2, so this will be our density pick. And last match we didn't see it, now it's gonna be here in full force, and we'll see probably J-Light's kind of comfort map here in this pool. since he is mainly LN focused.
Now is Rajeli being an amazing Lono player. Let's see how Nira does against him. Two and a half minutes, 208 BPM, 47.7. Very calm start, but Nira fighting at 200, I'm pretty sure, at the very beginning. That's not a very good sign. Jeli is still holding 99.86. Nira fighting
And
the
Nira
miss.
breaks early. Absolutely crazy stuff here. And Nira is a very good LN player, but this little miss here might be enough to just put the lead into Jeli totally. I don't want to, of course, curse the match towards Nira. I don't want to curse him, but this is really just a pretty fatal miss here.
Yes, it's not a very good thing to miss during a map. 5,000 point lead for Jeli right now. 9.84 still has a 1-to-10 ratio almost on such a map. What a performance. Nira slowly gaining their accuracy back up. But the miss really hurts.
I mean, yeah, this is a total upset if what we're seeing here. Nira is being a pretty good LN player as of late, but Jeli here is still just outperforming him by a pretty large amount and middle of the map, and 6,000 point lead. Really, I think without the Jeli miss, this might be unrecoverable for Team Blue.
Jeli still holding 2,500 combo, slowly gaining his accuracy up. Nira also gaining, but there's just too much of a difference right now. Jeli has to miss for Nira to take the point. 7,000 point lead for Jeli right now. Last quarter of the map incoming. Both players above 3,000 combo. Jeli still holding 99.8. Nira again gaining, but I don't think there's enough time for Nira to come back.
Yeah, no, I think this is going to be fully Jeli's point. This is just the last couple notes, and Jeli seems to be getting an amazing around 992 score, if not, yeah, 994 score, nearly 995. Truly amazing performance on the Island Density pick, having amazing ratio with just one great V1 assess comparing to Nira. We have 6 more greats and 1 more miss, really solidifying him with 2 times the ratio, nearly. Which, yeah, it does put a dent in his score a bit. This pick wasn't that favorable towards Nira, I am gonna agree.
That is
Yeah.
true. Nira doing very good, but what can you really do against that kind of play Jeli just did?
Yeah, what can you do here? I mean, you can be an amazing LN player, but Jela is kind of on a different level. It's just like the level Jela, and then you have Nad, and he's just kind of below. But I believe he does have that huge chance of recovery here. I mean, this is his pick, and he is gonna pick the abrasive tech.
Nira choosing the tacky pick. It is a very difficult pick. I wonder how they do actually on this kind of map. It is on off average length, I'd say 2.5 minutes, but still it's a Frams map. You know it's trouble in Frams. Just this early break point for Jeli.
Yeah, this is gonna
really
be a little bit of a timeout.
That is true. The breakpoints of the first map just hurting Nira's team quite a bit. Jeli in a very comfortable position to just win without playing the tiebreaker. We get a very short break, and looks like the players are ready very soon. Yep, the players are ready.
Nira seems to be speedrunning the bathroom break here. And yeah, I mean, going towards the start of RC4. This pick, as I said, it's been quite like a mixed opinion type pick. So we'll see who performs here better, because there are people who absolutely hate this pick and people who love it. So yeah.
Oh, Jelly getting a lot of 200s on this part, just dropping below 98 for a second there. That's not a very good sign. Here of the early lead of 3,000 points. That's a very big lead for such a tiny amount of nodes.
And J-Light, yeah, I mean J-Light pretty much break. It's like a break. He's pretty much broken the low trill there, or a long jack. I mean, absolutely crazy stuff here. But once again, I mean, he is holding his accuracy, actually building it. But so is Nira with the bigger accuracy lead. And I mean, this is after the first quarter of the map, and this is 4,000 points lead here. So this will be very difficult for J-Light to recover this if Nira doesn't miss.
J-Light unfortunately getting a lot of 200s on the, how to call it? I think it's a trail pretty much. Rebuilding his accuracy right now, just still almost 4,000 points for Nira. We're almost halfway through the map, and both players holding very strong. 1,400 combo.
Yeah, none of them are breaking, but that little bit of accuracy lead coming towards that early 200 trill is just really putting a dent into J-Light's score. 5,000 point lead after the middle of the map. Nothing's changing. So unless Nira breaks here, I don't think we will really have a different, I guess, outcome than Nira winning this pick.
Last quarter of the map is approaching. Map is just does not stop until the very end. 5,000 point lead for Nira. Just very accuracy. Let's see how they do on the very end. Both players looking very strong, not really hitting any 200s or any other bad judgments. J-Light still gaining the accuracy back up from that unfortunate beginning.
Yeah, I just want to say that if not for the early breaks of J-Light, I mean the early 200s of J-Light, this would have probably been a win towards him. Him keeping an amazing accuracy even after this. I mean, 994 versus 989 is still pretty close. And yeah, we can see by the ratio, if not the grade count, this would be pretty close. And also not to mention the V1SS coming towards Nira.
Absolutely
Nira,
spectacular performance from Nira. Just double S-ing this kind of map is just be completely beyond me. But J-Light quickly moving on and picking L3.
totally just head-turning play. OD8 SS on something like this is truly crazy.
I was right, map is again 2.5 minutes long, OD7, 5.5 stars. Both players are ready pretty quickly actually.
Yeah, I think they just want to get right into it.
That is right. J-Light is taking to his long notes as expected, but I think that's the last long note pick available, right? Both starting off very strong, J-Light just with a tiny bit of a lead. But just the beginning of the map, anything can happen really. J-Light missing!
J-Light breaks!
Oh sorry, J-Light breaks, Nira getting the point lead. Still holding the full combo. 5,000 pull, J-Light breaks again. That's a very bad
not
sign.
comfortable on this map at all. At least that's what it seems like. Nira is dropping accuracy, but still is holding the full combo, which, yeah, I mean, sometimes the combo game is more worth it than just fully hacking the map, as we can see.
That's right, a quarter of the map behind us. Almost 10,000 point lead for Nira right now, holding better accuracy and just better combos. Only a full combo. Getting into this, I'd say bursty long notes. Still 10,000 point lead. It's not really moving that much. Both players very comfortable on this part. JLA missing actually.
JLA missing like, once again, coming towards middle of the map, and the lead is absolutely huge. 14,000 points towards Nira.
JLI's misses hurting his score quite a lot. Nira, amazing accuracy, of course the full combo. The 13,000 point lead, 1,000 combo from Nira as of now. JLI just hitting the 400 combo mark. JLI building his accuracy back up. He's almost tied with Nira right now, but the misses hurting his score.
Yeah, 12,000 point lead. It slowly is recovering a bit towards JLI, but I don't think you can do anything with that if Nira doesn't break. I mean, this is just the same accuracy. We have to remember that JLI recovered amazingly on the accuracy side, having for sure better ratio than Nira, although that combo lead just does do a number. 12,000 point lead still coming towards 11. I mean, this is just gonna be a win towards Nira if he doesn't break. End of the map here.
That's right, Nira has to hold on until the very end of the map. JLI just being above in accuracy actually, but that's the end of the map. Just a couple nodes left. Yeah, just one long node actually. Nira taking a breakpoint, taking back what was taken from them at the very beginning of the match. Getting the full combo of 24 200s. JLI only 4 200s. Amazing accuracy. Got more misses actually than 200s. But the combo game does its work, and Nira takes the point.
Yeah.
Next pick, the mangoes. And we're getting an instant pick of Rise 3. A very short map. Not even 2 minutes long. It's very tricky.
Yeah. RC3 being the dump pick from Poppy. Once again, this one is kind of a head turner. People seem to either do really good or struggle on this, so we'll see how they do. Also, may I just mention that Nira seems to be focusing much more on the right side of things whenever he picks. And JLI, even though they're both great Rice players, I mean LN players, JLI has been going towards LN here.
JLI just being more confident in his long note skills. Just picking LNs, but there's no LNs left. It's just hybrids and Rice. Let's see what happens this time around. JLI with the early lead. 1,000 point lead.
Yeah. Early drop from on accuracy from Nira. I mean, both players going incredibly close to each other.
That's right, the lead is almost non-existent. It's only like 400 points in favor of JLI. Never mind, they have the accuracy there right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is truly a very close match. Actually, Nira winning out a bit in the overall accuracy, and JLI seems to have broken a bit. It might have been a 200 or just a breaking ratio, but we are seeing overall lead coming towards Nira. 1,700 points. Actually crazy. After the middle of the map, this is actually an insane difference.
That's right, JLI dropping his accuracy. Nira still holding on. Mana from 7-4. Almost 2,000 point lead for Nira as of now. A quarter of the map left. It's very short. Any 200 matters a lot. Both players looking very strong and not missing, but Nira's accuracy is going to give them the point, I think. Unless... Yes, it does! JLI dropping a bit more accuracy at the last burst. Almost 8,000 point lead for Nira, and Nira takes the point.
I mean, yeah, 7,000 points lead towards Nira. Both scores being absolutely amazing, but that 10 great and 1 good difference really does put a a major hole in Jaylai's score. May I just mention 2 perfect difference here. If they both played it the same way, this would have just come down to 2 perfects.
That was an insanely close ratio. Jaylai instantly picking red again, getting into hybrid 3, Techie hybrid.
Yeah, and it was, as you said, instantly going into the other pick. They just don't want a break here. They're just playing to play, and I absolutely do admire this. The big amount of stamina to play match after round after round after round, just to like not get any break during. Absolutely crazy stuff here. And yeah, once again, the Techie hybrid here is here to come, and actually will be kind of interesting if Nira can take a point from Jaylai on this. I think Jaylai would be very proficient at this sort of map, so we'll see.
Was right, no swaps in either team so far, which is very interesting. Jaylai picking very quickly every single time. Makes me wonder if he planned everything in advance or no. Okay, both players are ready. They'll be slowly getting into the 3.5 minute map. Both players starting pretty much equal.
Yeah, they are starting equal. Just doing the perfects in different places. But yeah, I mean, truly very equal match as it seems. Actually, the Mango's winning by 1 point. I did not expect going towards. I mean, Jaylai is a very, very good player. And Nira is kind of unproven here. I don't want to say he's bad, of course he's not, but he is very unproven. He started this game just 2 years ago, so this is interesting how far he has really come here.
The map takes a while to wind up. Both players at almost 800 combo. Slowly getting the techie parts. Just in a few seconds.
And Nira breaks a little bit on the ratio here. On the start, on the trill. And yeah, Jaylai does seem to have a little bit of a lead here.
That's where Jaylai is still holding 99.8. Nira just a tiny bit behind, 99.65. Jaylai's accuracy on those long node and hybrid picks is just absolutely insane, but Jaylai misses and the point lead goes to Nira.
Yeah, I mean, this Jaylai break really, once again, Jaylai seems to be struggling a little bit with the consistency here on these picks. With the overall, like, full combo consistency. And yeah, having the same accuracy, it really shows that Jaylai is better at accuracy than Nira, although Nira seems to be holding his combo way better all throughout the match.
We are finally arrived at the break. Just above 3,000 point lead for Nira, still holding the full combo. Jaylai actually having a better accuracy despite the miss, but combo game does its work yet again. Jaylai gaining accuracy quite fast actually, already at 99.68. Getting into our tech parts. Nira still holding the same accuracy. Jaylai just gaining ever so slightly. 2,300 points. The lead has shrunk just a tiny bit. Nira dropping a couple to 100, 9.6.
Absolutely crazy stuff here. We are once again just seeing how full combo consistency can really affect a player's score. Because J-Light is doing severely better on the accuracy and no one can deny that, but Nira with the full combo still holding a pretty comfortable lead towards the end of the match. And I think if Nira doesn't drop accuracy or a miss here, this point will go to Nira.
And Nira takes
Yeah,
it.
it did. Nira takes it. 987 versus 985.9.
The lead just barely above 1,000 points. J-Light with the better accuracy, but the miss. The miss really hurt his score yet again, and he unfortunately gives his pick away to the Mangoes. Nira picking the boss pick. We're seeing Balalaika yet again.
Yeah, I mean, Balalaika once again seems to be being pretty popular. I mean, once again with the teams, it seems that Balalaika is quite a favorite here. It probably does get pretty comfortable after after some time of playing this map. I think they might get pretty comfortable.
Both players ready very quickly, and again, map is a bit longer than the ones you've seen before, except for the height we just saw, 3 minutes long, 5.5 stars, just purely Rise. Very, very difficult map. J-Light starting off a bit stronger. I think Nira might have found a 200 or two.
Yeah, starting out, Nira seems to drop a little bit accuracy, but it for now it is fine.
The lead isn't very big so far. Haven't seen much of the map, of course. J-Light holding 99.81. Nira just a tiny bit behind, 99.67, and gaining a 1,000-point lead after 1/5 of the map.
I mean, yeah, they seem to be going pretty much the same here. Although J-Light, yeah, with a little bit of accuracy break from Nira at start, seems to be having just a little bit of a lead, but 400 points is really not that much, and it is shrinking, coming towards the flicker to Nira.
That's right, Nira with a tiny bit of an accuracy lead, which means a tiny bit of a point lead. Both players still holding the full combo after a very difficult part of the song. Lead has gone back to J-Light, just a very, very tiny bit. That's going to be a very close pick.
Absolutely crazy stuff. Half of the map, and it is coming towards J-Light, but yeah, I mean, even with the break, I think anything's undecided here. J-Light could very much break. I think they're very even overall in the performance on Rise. But yeah, once again,
Nira finding a break. Unfortunately, 5,000 pity for J-Light as of now. Nira finding another break. Just as I said, that the lead is going to increase by quite a lot this time. 9.7 for J-Light still. Very strong accuracy. Nira 9.54. Nira has been a little bit behind since the very beginning of the map, but it's still within distance of a few misses from J-Light. J-Light just looking very strong on this map. Unlike on the map we just saw before with a couple of breaks, J-Light holding the full combo for much longer than Nira.
Yeah, that is true. J-Light kind of turned the game of consistency here towards him, that he is right now full comboing the whole thing.
J-Light, 3,500 combo, absolutely insane. Nira trying their best to come back, but what really can you do against such an accuracy? 12,000 per lead for J-Light. 99.67.
This is just gonna come towards J-Light. So this will be a resounding win towards him, and with that, we are kind of close to seeing another tiebreaker here in a row. If J-Li wins one more time, we will be seeing a tiebreaker. Although, no, you never know. We might just see the lower seed team pull through. But once again, pretty interesting. And the only pick left here is the Hybrid 2, I believe.
That is right, Hybrid 2. 2-minute map yet again, pretty short. Last map of the pool, let's see how both players do. If Jedi wins, we will see yet another tiebreaker. It'll be 2 in a row on stream. But Nira, of course, is looking to close the match before the tiebreaker. Let's see which one prevails.
I mean, of course, it will be more comfortable for right now the point leading team for them to close it before the actual tiebreaker, but you never know.
Yet again, this map is not very long, so every single mistake matters quite a lot more than those longer maps. Nira with a little bit of a lead right now. 500 point lead for Team Blue.
I mean, yeah, here it is very close, although Nira holding just that little bit of a lead on the more kind of techie part of the things on the right side. We'll see how it goes on the LN side of things here in this map, because this is a hybrid. But yeah, on the mini jacks, Nira seems to be winning by quite a bit. 300 points on this sort of map is quite a lot, but he does seem to break a little bit of the ratio on the LN.
That's why the point lead goes back to J-Li as soon as the lognos start coming. Just a tiny bit of a lead for J-Li, which is gone. Actually, Nira is in the lead right now. It's a very, very close pick. Halfway through the map, both is looking very strong. J-Li missing twice. J-Li finding 2 misses. The point lead will increase by quite a lot. Nira still falling full combo of 9.78.
And yeah,
spectacular play.
Yeah, this here, I think it just might go to Nira. I mean, we are approaching last quarter of the map, and Nira just seems to be going perfectly. And I think this is the match where we don't see the tiebreaker. Accuracy is tied, although the combo here is huge. And yeah, 6,500 point lead coming towards the end of the map right now, because this one is very short. I think that this point will actually go to Nira.
Wait, the point lead is shrinking, but it's not. There's not enough time for J-Li to come back. Nira takes the point and wins the match at the same time. This time, we will not see a tiebreaker, unfortunately.
Yeah,
J-Li, again, insane accuracy, but the misses just messing him up every single time.
Absolutely crazy. And with that, the Mangoes will be the winner, and they will be advancing further, although in the losers bracket. And as for Team Red, they will be unfortunately be demoted to the losers bracket. But I think yeah, I mean, this is truly crazy. I think this has been a very hyped match, and I wish both of the teams the best here. Absolutely crazy performance. And yeah, this was me, Alice, along with my co-caster, Zuzgjet. And we'll see you guys another time, probably tomorrow. And with that said, in 10 minutes there will be another match, so stay tuned for that. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye.